Sure, on Prevagen. I've been taking Prevagen for about 4 years. I feel a little bit bright.
Hello? Yo, 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 yo. Can you hear me now? Can you guys hear me? We can hear you. Thank you. Is it too loud? All right. I don't mind saying how I got it. Um, so what I do for a living is that I fix houses. I'm a home improvement. I'm an independent contractor. Have a company, and I remodel people's houses. So if they need new windows, roof, siding, bathrooms, basically I can do everything. So, um, all summer, I'm going into people's houses, and uh, and I wear a mask, use everything, and I was very cautious, very cautious. In the last week of September, I don't know how it happened or whatever, but people just started not wearing their mask, and it's really hard when you're in business, and you go into someone's house, you're walking into their domain, and they will get offended if you ask them to wear a mask. You can lose a lot of money. So sometimes when people wouldn't wear a mask, I just try to keep my distance, but it didn't work. And somebody, we tell them before we come out that they should please wear a mask, but sometimes you don't want to offend them because some people will spend, home improvements are not cheap. So you don't want to lose a customer or a client. And so I went into someone's house. Next thing you know, it's not like I knew which house it was or how it happened or anything like that. And the weird thing that happened with me is everybody's different. COVID-19 is really different for everybody. And for me, it was really weird. I got hives. I didn't think nothing of it, but it wasn't just regular hives. I had hives on my whole body, like my scrotum, my butt, inside my butt, on my neck, face, arms. I was literally scratching the skin off my body, but I wasn't sick. Didn't have a temperature. Nothing. Didn't have anything. No signs of. I was feeling great, but I was just itching. So I went to my dermatologist. My dermatologist gave me some stuff. He's like, "Here, try this." And so 5 or 6 days went by, and then I woke up and I had a pounding headache, and I was like, "Oh man, I got a headache." And I just thought, maybe I was fat, and had sleep apnea, and I wasn't getting enough oxygen, probably waking up in the middle of the night. So I was gonna call my doctor and get some sleep study done. I was like, I gotta get some CPAP or something, right? And so I go to my appointment the next day, and I'm wearing my mask, and I'm like, wow, I'm fucking dizzy. And so I got really dizzy. I started getting dizzy, and the rash won't go away. So I got this rash. It's crazy. The rash won't go away. I'm starting to get dizzy. So then I tell the guys at the office, I was like, listen, man, I'm not gonna be running no more. I'm done. I don't want to go to no more appointments. I think I'm gonna shut down. And so I try to battle it myself. The problem is, and this is very important, if you think you have COVID, or you even, I'm hearing so many stories right now, especially I'm going to tell you the stories in the hospital. and everything like that. But so I started getting headaches, and I used to be a combat medic in the Air Force, so I knew like something wasn't right, So the first thing that I had a problem with was the first sign is the headaches, and then the second sign for me for COVID-19 was diarrhea. Like I couldn't my stomach, I couldn't, there was nothing I could digest. It would just go right through me. And then the third most important thing was the chills. You get really, really cold. I had electric blankets on like level 20. And then I would turn on the shower like 99 degrees, go take a shower, come back. I would just freeze right back up. And so I was like, it's no big deal. So the problem is that started to happen I think the second week or something, or like halfway through the second week. Then I went to the city hospital, and the city hospital, like I always thought like, okay, all the gunshots go there. This is going to be the best hospital. They'll be able to figure it out, blah, 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 blah. So I go in there, and the dude's in front of me going, yeah, I got a headache, and fucking people are all laid out in the fucking ER. And I was probably, this isn't the right place to be. And then they take me in the back. The nurses are coughing. And then there's people all laid out in stretchers coughing. And so the problem with the city hospital, and this is very important, this is the most important thing that's going to save your life, is that do not get the test that just goes in your nasal cavity. You have to get the test that goes to the back of your, wherever it goes, back in the esophagus. You have to get that test. If you think you're sick and you think the main thing is the main thing is losing oxygen. A lot of people don't even know that. They just think they're weak, they're tired. The problem is that the coronavirus is building up in the sacs of your lungs, and it's taking up the space of the oxygen passing to your vital organs. In that time frame, if you don't fix that, once you wind up on a ventilator, you're probably not going to make it. So it was just because I had prior military combat experience in the field hospital, and I worked we worked in the ER, and my wife, she's a nurse practitioner. Like, I kind of knew, well, she ain't finished up her nurse practitioner. She's got her master's, but she's got to take her test, and then she's got to go through all her trials. But she's still a BSN, master's nurse, whatever. But the thing is that, and that's the thing. It's terrible when you have family members that are like nurse practitioners or nurses. If you're not breathing, then they won't, they probably won't think you need to go to the hospital or something. Because the story I heard at the hospital is that one of the guys, he waited too long because his wife was like, yeah, you're breathing. He died. And I'm like, I understand that because I was from there. But anyways, going back to the story, you have to get the test that goes all the way up in your nose. If you don't get that, then, and don't wait. Do not wait for these people to tell you that you need to come back in 3 days. You need to have this test within an hour. Your life is on the line, because here's the problem. A lot of people. Hello, I'm doing a stream. Hello. Just butt dialing me. So the problem is that a lot of people are worried about insurance. A lot of people are worried about the cost of going to the emergency room. They're worried about work. They're worried about everything else but their life. Do not mess with your life, because this thing, they gave me the plasma and the let me see what it was, the cyclovir. I don't know the proper name for it. Hold, let me look it up. This will, and some people it doesn't. Some people it doesn't save. Like it's different. It's different genetically for people, but it's this just got FDA approved, but this just got FDA approved, and remdesivir. So that remdesivir and the plasma worked for me. They put me on the brain unit my second day there, and they literally were trying to find the plasma to give it to me because I was coughing up blood. And then that was a start. And then the remdesivir, I don't know how to pronounce it, remdesivir, something like that. They give you like 4 of those things, and then they give you antibiotics, and then hopefully you survive because it's all genetics. I mean, to me, in my opinion, COVID-19 is like a nano. It's like, to me, in my opinion, it's almost like a biological nanovirus that attacks every person's weakness. And if you have a weakness and that one like keys into your protein or whatever it is in your DNA, you I don't care if you're 12 and these people are telling you, oh, you're only going to be like a young person, you'll live through it, or all the way up to 85. It doesn't matter. If it's got the right key to your DNA, you're dead. And so it's important. It is very important that you go to the emergency room. Don't mess around with no stupid drive-through testing. Your life is on the line. Your life is on the line. Don't go through no drive-through testing. Don't wait a week. I waited way too long. I was a half a day away from probably being dead. So, so going back to the story, I started losing my oxygen. So being a combat medic, I went and bought one of these. So you can get one of these. I'm going to show you this right here. So if you think you're starting to lose oxygen, this is the most important thing. I didn't have any temperatures. I didn't have no cough. I didn't have a cough until I was like probably on my deathbed. I didn't have a cough until I was coughing up blood. If you're coughing, you're probably too late. So I wouldn't say you're probably too late. Everybody's different. But if you're coughing up blood, you're probably in trouble. Let me put it to you that way. Because I'm not trying to give you any. I'm just giving you my experiences of what I went through. And so anyways, so if you start to get, I think the 3 most important things that you need to realize is your oxygen level, you're getting cold, and diarrhea. I think those are the 3 telltale signs. So they got this thing, it's called the Dahmer, or I don't know if that's the correct thing, but it's the clotting factor. Mine went up to 4,000. Like literally, I've turned into like a bloody mushy pie inside my body where nothing could pass through me. So that's another thing. When you go to the ER and they give you a blood test, it's called a DMIR, and I don't know, they call it a Dahmer. If that thing is this way and they tell you you don't have COVID because they didn't go all the way up into your navel pharynx, go to a different hospital. Go to a different hospital. I'm telling you, go to a different hospital. I'm telling you, don't waste your time. If you got family members, if you think any of your family members are sick, go to the ER. Go to and I shouldn't have went to the city ER in the first place because they tested me negative, and then they CAT scanned me, and then they told me I had pneumonia. Then they gave me drugs for pneumonia, which complicated me even getting more sick. So they misdiagnosed me because for the simple fact that it didn't go all the way back into the back of my brain or back of the pharynx and do a proper test. So I'm just telling you, like, first of all, wear a mask, wash your hands. It's real. It's out there. And people, for some reason, are disrespectful, don't want to wear a mask. You're causing people to go to the emergency room, and you're being a super spreader, and I know people are tired of hearing about COVID-19, but I almost lost my life. And I think I want to give back. I want to give back. Everybody prayed for me. They started a GoFundMe page. Everybody in the community helped me, and I love you for that. And I'm just trying to give back I'm giving you back my personal advice. And if I can save one person or your family member or somebody around you, don't waste your time thinking that you're going to heal. You're not going to heal. You're going to get sick, because I didn't have a temperature. And so anyways, going back to, so I started realizing I was getting dizzy. The main thing is like going to the bathroom. Your heart rate goes up to like 130. My oxygen dropped down to like 70. So right now, I still have to work on my lung capacity, but as it stands right now, you're supposed to have like a 95, 96, 97% oxygen level. And right now, let me just show you guys this. Right now, I'm at a 92, thank God, because a lot of people are going to have damaged lungs. And it's another thing. You're going to have damaged lungs. So this tells you like your oxygen level. You can get one of these at any place. It's a pulse oximeter, and that could tell you this is an indicator of if you're going in the wrong direction. I went down to 70%. Like, you're not even supposed to be walking around, like, I think it was like 70, 65. If you're in 22, 44%, you're going on a ventilator. You're probably not going to make it. You need to be in the 90s all the time or above. And so COVID-19, they don't know that, like, there's long-term effects of this. There's long-term effects, and it can give you cardiac problems. Like, there's people that leave the hospital and they never ever get back their oxygen. Their lungs are damaged, their heart is damaged, and thank the Lord Jesus that my oxygen is coming back, and I got to exercise, do my breathing exercise. They got me on all kinds of medication. I got like 7 bottles of medication. So anyways, going back, explaining it to you. Just if you don't have a temperature, the main thing is your oxygen, getting cold, diarrhea. You need to go to the ER, get a real test. It's not a pleasant test, trust me. But and then they'll submit you. You get in the hospital. They'll put you on the plasma, the Remdesivir, antibiotics. You're gonna get arterial blood gases like every day to check your oxygen level, to make sure that you're probably going to be put on a breathing machine, and just pray and just have. I'm gonna tell you, man, prayer is important. You have to have everybody praying for you. That is like, my whole outlook on life changed. I sat there in the room and I said to myself, God, I'm not going to get out of this. I'm going to die. And and I prayed, and and above the door in the hospital, they had crosses everywhere, and I'm like, and I was just praying and praying and praying, and man, it was scary, dudes. It was really scary, and I didn't think nothing. Like, you don't think COVID can get you. It can get you. It can get you, and it's really crazy that, like, I'm surprised there's not more people dead. 220,000. Thankfully, most people are smart enough to realize to wear a mask. It's not the end-alls, but touching stuff. Like, you go to the ATM, you go to the gas pump, anything you touch, you gotta wash your hands. You gotta have that. You gotta wash your hands. Another thing too is I want to tell you guys, you gotta stay away from. It is so rampant here in Michigan. You got to stay away from fast food. You got to, you got younger people who got it, don't know they have it, and they're breathing all over your fast food or your DoorDash or whatever. I just got really careless. Started eating out. Going, clients not wearing their masks. I don't know where I got it. I just assumed that I got it for one of my clients, but I was eating a lot, I was eating out a lot. I was going to Jersey Mike's and just, everybody touching your food. You can't do that in this pandemic. Can't do it. You have to cook at home. And then you put your family at risk too. It's terrible. My dad's 85 and I can't see him, and so on and so forth. So that process. So anyways, so I went to the hospital, and the first 4 or 5 days were really scary. They were like borderline. You're going to make it. You're not going to make it. You're going to make it. You're not going to make it. You're going to make it. You're not going to make it. And so, I would be no way would I go to the gym. Don't go to no damn gym. Don't be going to no movies. Don't be going and sitting out. Just, don't be going and sitting out and eating. All it takes, I put a picture on Twitter. That thing is a really small particle. You could just touch one thing and you get it. And here's the thing. There is no cure. There's no vaccine for it. Once it's in your system, it's going to start destroying your muscles. So even if you're a young person, you're going to lose muscle capacity, heart capacity. Who knows what you're going to lose? Mental capacity. And that's another thing. COVID attacks your brain, and you got to be put on these like drugs, because it's so traumatic. You go to the ICU, you make it. Everybody else doesn't come off the ward. Then you come off the ICU, you go to a pulmonary ward, and then you're like in isolation, and there's no one there, and nobody wants to talk to you, and they're all full of garb and stuff, and they got their masks, and they're Darth Vader, and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm freaking out. Like, you're used to like negative air pressure in your room going and CPAC and beep 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 and all this stuff going on, and you're like, am I gonna make it? And then all that disappears, and then you go to the next level, and then you hear like the nurses come in and tell you like, yeah, a guy came in the same age as you, he died yesterday. And I'm like, wow, I'm so lucky, and the reason why they don't just come out and say that to you, they feel empathy for you because they sit there and have a conversation with you, and that comes out because you're concerned, you ask questions. It's a story like, how do you like your job? Because you want somebody to talk to. You're so lonely. And so that comes out. In the conversation. And I talked to one of my friends. His aunt got her legs amputated because of COVID-19. COVID-19 is nutso. So, if you got like asthma, diabetes, anything like that, even a genetic thing that you don't even know about that goes back thousands of years in your genetic code, you don't know. And I'm one of the lucky ones that my body was able to beat it. I mean, I'm not at 100%, but who knows? I could have a cardiac arrest tomorrow. I don't know. COVID, once you got it, that is with you, and it could cause any other problem, and you won't even know it and down the road. So the thing is like, you got to be humble and appreciate your life, and I do, and I really do. And I came out of the hospital, and those people worked so hard for me. Those doctors, those nurses, God bless them. They worked so hard for me. And the thing is, so anyways, going on with my story. So I went in there. Another thing too is, if you think you have COVID and you have the pulse oximeter, one of the important things to do is like lay on your back and then lay on your stomach with the same oxygen thing. If you lay on your stomach and the oxygen is higher, then you probably, because for some reason when you lay, it gives you more oxygen to lay on your stomach. And they got people like in traction upside down with trachs to try to save them. I mean, it's ludicrous. And so it's very scary. I mean, look, I knew it was coming a long time ago. I was on Twitter talking about it in like in December. You know, I had thought I had contracted it because I got pink eye and I was sick and I thought it went away. But there's 4 strains of COVID out there, and it's mutating. So it's not like it's not some joke, you know. And like, you know, and I am kind of like upset about these like people meeting in these rallies now, you know, without masks. I mean, it's unbelievable. I just, you know, and I'm kind of torn in that position, you know, because you being a business owner and you know and things like that, you don't know what's going to happen in the future, you know, and I understand there's like, you know, you're not wearing a mask because it's a sign of strength, but I can't agree with some of those things, you know. I'm on the fence about it, you know, and I haven't voted yet. I haven't gone to the ballot. I mean, a lot of people did the absentee ballot, but I'm kind of pissed off because, you know, I wound up in the hospital. God, my family would have been without me. It's like, you know. So, anyways, you know, I got my mask. I got my N95 mask in here. The health department says I have to stay in my house, in my room until Monday. So I got it on October 5th. That's 20 days. And so I'll finally get out of here. And then I have to decide. I have to go see the doctor and see what else is okay. And then maybe I can go back to work middle of November. I'm hoping I mean, really, I don't need to go back to work, but I mean, I need some sanity because here's the hard part. Once you have COVID and you went through this traumatic experience of almost dying and you and your family and everybody's praying for you and everybody is so worried and it's so traumatic, and now my whole family my wife had to stay home from work, the kids had to stay home, everybody's got to stay home, and it's very traumatic. So they gave me like depression pills. They gave me Zoloft, you know, in the morning, because I would get these, and I don't know if it's COVID, because COVID, after I got out of the hospital, I had very, very, very angry, I was very short, and I don't know if it's like because the nurses were very, very like empathetic towards me and understanding, because I was trapped in my body. I thought I was going to die. And so you sit there and you think to yourself, like, damn, you know, you come out and then somebody talks to you and you snap on them and they're trying to help you and you're like, is that COVID or what's going on? You get headaches. I still got headaches. And so, and I don't know if it's that. So the doctor gave me some Zoloft for the daytime. And then sometimes I have really bad anxiety at night. I get worried. I think I'm going to die. And so I'm laying in bed and I'm like, oh my God, so I'm about to die from COVID right now. And then, so they gave me Ativan so I can sleep. And so I'm not trying to get stuck on these pills, but I'm telling you, it's such a roller coaster of crazy, psychotic, you come out. Here's the problem. That's the worst thing ever. It's like maybe not burning, but drowning to death. And you can't breathe. That is probably the worst way to die. And when you come out and it's so traumatic and you're like, I can't breathe. And you're trying to catch your breath. And you're like, and they're just looking at the nurses, looking at you like they can't do nothing for you. And so, and you get to this point right now and you're like, you know, and then this stuff is like, you got the COVID and it's on your mind and you're like, you're all wigged out and you're like, oh my God, my head, I'm having headaches. I'm not having headaches. I'm having mood swings. I'm stuck in my room. Should I go back to work? What should I do with my life? I'm scared to go back outside. I don't want to get sick again. They say I'm immune. There's long-term people who say that you're going to get sick and you could come back who wants to take that chance again? Who wants to go back in the emergency room? Who wants to go back in the ICU? I already made it. I got out. I got lucky. I don't want to get sick again and die. So you got all these crazy ass emotions. And it's so anybody like, and you know, and nobody knows how bad it is until it happens to you. And I don't care what anybody says. Like, even if you have a family member die, you don't know until it happens to you. It's crazy. Like, and that's just one biological virus warfare. I mean, can you imagine if we went to war? Like, I just can't imagine the humanity or what kind of crazy viruses they have that can just decimate you. And so it made me feel like this, and it's like you have no control over that, and it's very scary, very scary, very scary. And I can't blame anybody for the virus or whatever. I mean, you can't stop a virus, you can't see it, and I understand it, like, what protocol should have been put in place. More people should have taken it serious in the beginning. And I don't know if that's the case. Maybe it's, I think 4%, America is 4% of the world population, and we're counting for 20% of the deaths or something. I don't know, something crazy like that. But maybe I'm wrong. I don't know the numbers. I heard the numbers, but so anyways, it is coming back like extra strong. I don't know. I think people just got really lackadaisical about washing their hands, wearing a mask, but they literally had HVAC in the hospital cutting holes in the ceiling, and there were like aircraft carrier negative air pressures in each room because the hospital ran out of rooms. The whole hospital was full of COVID patients. The doctor and the nurse told me I was the only person to get off of the ward. And everybody else, like, you are stuck there for months, 3 months, still there. And so it's I don't know what it is about our county or what's wrong with people around here, but it is deadly here. And I heard it is in Michigan, Wisconsin. It just came back like really crazy in the Midwest. So be very, very careful. I mean, stay away from the gym. You don't need to go to the gym. I mean, that is probably the worst place to go is the gym. You're sitting there working out and you're going, and you're just breathing all that stuff out there. And you think you're young. My friend is like, my friend, he's like in his 30s. He got COVID. He didn't go to the hospital. He's having complications that are crazy. He's 6'3", skinny, in shape. He's way worse than I am. And so, I'm like, he didn't even go get care. So I'm thinking, how many young people are just like, I got a cold. It's no big deal. You need to go to the ER. You need to get treated. And I don't care. That doctor tells you to go home. You tell him to go fly a kite. Go find another doctor. My doctor saved my life. Like I said, I went to the city hospital. They messed up my test, told me I was negative, did a CAT scan on me, got me radiated. Oh, you got pneumonia. Here's some pills. Go home and die. And then I went home and got more sick. I was a half a day away from probably dead. And then my own common sense, get the pulse oximeter, put 2 and 2 together. I went to a more expensive, not expensive hospital, but not a city hospital. So Beaumont or Ascension, any of those, like, more, whatever you call it, just, I don't know, the city can't handle you. Just can't do it. And I really feel sorry for, the poor community. They're not getting the care that they deserve. I mean, there's people that are probably dying left and right in the city, and they just don't care because they don't get paid. Those people are overworked. They don't have the resources. It's terrible. I couldn't imagine if you lived up in the country or you're very far away from a major hospital. It's probably just not going to be working out for you. I mean, if I was in a rural area, I would drive my ass to the best hospital I can go to. I would not mess around. So, anyways, that was my story. I got out of the hospital. Thank God all of these people prayed for me at my church. All the people prayed for me on the YouTube community. all the people prayed for me. I believe in Jesus Christ. Thank you, Lord Jesus Christ, for saving my life. I'm just trying to give back, give you guys. I'm just trying to give back some my knowledge to you guys, to help you out. And if you have a family member, listen to me. If you have a family member and they're like, oh, I don't have a temperature. I feel a little bit under the weather. Every day that goes by, the blood is coagulating in your lung sacs, and you need to get to the ER, because if that air cannot pass, the oxygenated air cannot pass through your lungs to your organs, that's the end of you. So you can't waste time on that. You won't have a temperature. I mean, some people will. You won't have a cough. Some people will. But I'm telling you, the 3 things for me: dizziness, go buy a pulse oximeter. They're like $17 or less. Check your oxygen. If your oxygen is below 90, you need to go to the ER. Because once it starts dropping between 80 and... I was very dangerous. I got down to 66%. I mean, that was half a day away from ventilator. And I waited probably the stupid reason why I waited was because the other hospital gave me the pneumonia pills, and I was trying to make them see if it was going to work. And I had a negative test. I didn't know I had COVID. And so, that was just a terrible, just the common sense to go to a different hospital. You gotta do it. You got to. And they do the test in an hour. They put it up in there, test you an hour. Don't be sitting in no line thinking you're gonna get better. Because here's the problem. If you don't start treatment, even if you think you can beat COVID yourself, even if you don't start treatment with your doctor and get some type of medication, the stuff starts to destroy you inside. It's like a nuclear bomb inside your body. So you're damaging your organs, your brain, your heart. I remember I woke up, I lost my vision almost. I woke up, I couldn't see. My vision was cut in half. I was like, oh my God, I can't, what? And I was like, it was so scary. So I mean, I didn't have a runny nose. I didn't have a runny nose. So anyways, I'll answer some questions. If you guys want to talk and you want me to talk with you and pray with you, maybe, and you're dealing with depression or an anxiety, or if you think you got COVID, if you have questions, I'll answer your questions now in the chat. But I just wanted to give back, you know what I mean? I want to give back to you guys, and any way I can help. I know it's so annoying to sit and watch CNN and Fox News 24/7 talk about COVID. And I was one of those people. I was like, I can't stand watching it. And then I get COVID, and then you go through it, and then you're like, gosh, I got to do something about it. So, I had COVID in March, July. I was diagnosed with an ectopic heartbeat. I'm sorry to hear that. See, and that's the thing. I don't even know. I don't even know. I mean, I could have a heart problem now. I mean, how scary is that? You could be like, just, hey, I feel better. And all of a sudden, like the COVID-19 could be working on your heart valve, deteriorating your valve, and your life could be shortened by 10 years. And that's so terrible. I'm sorry to hear that, Ragdip. I mean, that hurts me, man. It really does. And I'm just, Fist, do you remember the rapper Scarface? He got COVID a while back and put him in the hospital. It caused him kidney failure and put him on dialysis, and now he needs a kidney transplant. See how terrible that is? How can you help out, bro? Like, to donate a little something. I mean, you don't have to donate nothing to me, man. Just give back to the community. If you want to donate to me, that's up to you, man. You don't have to. You don't have to donate to me, man. I'm just doing this for free because, man, my life got saved by Jesus Christ. Thank you, Lord Jesus Christ. Amen. I'm a witness to God. Thank you. So, and all of the people who prayed for me, God, thank you for them praying for me. I want to witness to you. Thank you, Jesus. You know what? I mean, if you want to donate, there's a thing up there and it says donate on the top of my page. PayPal, you can donate, but you don't have to. You don't have to donate. If you want to, you can. Yeah, it still helps out though, man. I'm just here to talk to you guys. I'm here. I'm gonna do until I get off of health department confinement. I'm here as a support. I'm here to talk to you guys. Anybody needs help talking, I'm here to help you. I'm here to help about the depression, the anxiety, losing a loved one. I mean, I wish I could do more. Well, I think COVID is, and I'm not a scientist, I'm not a doctor, but I think the reason why COVID is bad for some people and not others is because it's genetic. And it's just like a key. The key goes into your DNA, and if you have a specific genetically designed, COVID problem, then it's probably gonna attack you. I just look, the remdesivir and the plasma just happened to work for me because my body accepted it. It doesn't mean it works for everybody. I just got lucky. Yeah, I'm so happy I'm doing better, Did you hear anything about a vaccine? How soon, maybe? I don't really know. I just know that the remdesivir was approved by the FDA. That saved my life. That I know worked for me. So when you first go in the hospital, I was kind of like apprehensive about the plasma because you're getting somebody else's plasma in your body, and who knows what kind of viruses and diseases and other stuff, staph. You don't know what's in there. And they put it in your body, but you're like, your life is on the line. You're like, give it to me. I don't care. So, it's like, it's either that or dead. So, that's crazy. It just go to click my name Fisticuffs at the top of the page. And hit the donation button if you want. You just hit my name Fisticuffs next to the blue face. It'll take you to the front of the page, and on the top of my header, it'll say PayPal donations. You just hit the PayPal donation button. Or you can hit the little money sign right here. You see the little money sign right next to the smiley face? The money sign right next to the smiley face is a super chat button. So you can donate there if you want. And, I just love talking to you guys. I mean, anybody needs help, I just want to help. I know a lot of people. There might be somebody that's stuck in, if you're stuck in the hospital and you got nothing to watch and you need support. Hey man, I'm here for you. I went through it. I hope you, just believe in your nurses, believe in your doctors. They'll try to do the best. I'm feeling pretty good. I'm thankful. When I first got home, I wasn't feeling too good. My oxygen was like 85, but I started working on my spirometer, doing my exercises. And then they get I got my inhalers, my medicine I have to take. And I'm just glad that I'm doing better. Man, my wife and kids are okay, thank goodness. I don't know, for whatever reason, I'm the only one that got it. I don't know what happened. Nobody in my family's been tested, obviously, but, Man, thanks for following me since beta, buddy. Appreciate it. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's the right email. Yep. But that's the wrong spelling. But yeah, that's the right email if you want to donate. No, I'm done with the casino. And let me tell you a story about the casino. I I really didn't I wasn't really look, I'm not really a gambler. My dad is 85 years old. He's a gambler and I hated it. But all my dad's friends are dead. And he's 85. He's probably got 5 years left on this planet. He's probably going to die. I mean, obviously. And he don't have many people to take him to the casino. And I just don't understand his mentality. But I told him I can't go there no more. I just can't do it. I love my dad, but there's no way. That's incredible, stupid, risky. I don't understand how the casino is even open. I was going there and I thought it was, I was stupid. I was so dumb. So anyways, I have no desire to go to the casino. No way. So yeah, to answer that question, I'll never go back there again. Yeah, I definitely have a different outlook on life, you know. Call it, yeah. I mean, I'm telling you what, man, my life has changed. Hypothetically, if you were forced to go to work while having COVID, do you think you would have ended up on the ground like those people in the videos that came out of China in January, February? I mean, I was driving and I was faint, but I would never force myself to go to work. I would quit my job. I would never put my life over my job ever. And I don't expect anybody to ever do that themselves. Yeah, a lot of people are not taking this serious. The second wave is serious. And I don't know why. I think people got lax over the summer, but until you go into the emergency room, until you go into the ICU, and you're like, they tell you might die, you don't get it. Well, I'm going to tell you, the scariest part is being around people that, the thing I'm going to change myself is I'm not going to fast food stores because young people don't know they have it. And if you get people coming in your house with DoorDash, I don't care. Somebody still has to prepare your food. Somebody still has to touch your stuff. And it doesn't matter if they drop it off at your door and you touch it with your hand. You're going to put it in your mouth. And COVID is going to go in your system and you're going to get sick. It's just best you make your own food at your own house. I don't care if it's peanut butter jelly sandwiches. You're just going to have to wait for a vaccine because you're taking a chance on your life. I mean, think about that. You go through the drive-thru and you go like Starbucks or Taco Bell and they're just like, yeah, whatever, here's your tacos. And they're just sitting on the assembly line. Poof, 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 poof. And, you don't know if they sneezed or coughed or anything. One particle in your food, you eat it, you're done. Why would you take that chance? I mean, at least get some food that's packaged, or go get you some cold cuts, make your own sandwiches. I mean, I know the vaccine's right around the corner. And the really scary part about it to me is that they're like, oh, you're going to be immune for 3 months or whatever. I don't believe that crap. I'm not taking no chance because there's 4 strains out that they know of. Now, what if you got a mutated strain? Remember I told you, like some people said in the chat, like, why would it be different from me or somebody else? What if it mutated and the key changed in the DNA of the mutation of the COVID, and then the reservoir and the plasma doesn't work for me, and I die. Oh, I thought it was cool. I'm just gonna walk around now because I'm okay. I'm gonna eat. And hanging out with your buddies and stuff and drinking beer and all that. Man, it's ridiculous. I get it. You're like 22, 21, you catch a cough, but now you're a super spreader. And then you take it home, you kill your parents, whoever, your uncle, anybody. You're touching stuff. You don't care. I see so many people when I was going up to the casino with my dad. There were so many Central Michigan students just people in general at the casino who didn't care and just drinking beer, pull down their mask, whatever, and they're touching stuff and they're really close. I mean, it's insane. I don't know what I was thinking. Yeah, eating out is Russian roulette. There's too many variables not to be safe. Yes. And it is true. YouTube bald, bankrupt, and when he was in Siberia, what a crazy story he had to tell. Like razor beside in your lungs. Yeah, I mean, just think if you are in Siberia, what hospital are you going to go? You're not going to be able to go nowhere. Heat food up in the oven, in the microwave, paper bag inside, put it delivered, trash can. If you order Grubhub or something. Yeah, I don't know. I can't trust it. I had, because the thing is like I ordered from Wingstop and I sat there and ate and I thought about it and I'm like, man, this is probably not a good idea. That was probably a bad move. And that's crazy. There's a lot of people that get COVID more than once. And just think how much damage you're doing to your body inside and you don't know because there's not enough studies. There's not enough people to know what the long-term effects of COVID are going to be. I cannot believe, you know what? I just can't believe it, I mean, I love you too, man. Thank you for caring. It's the assholes with no mask in the grocery stores and gas stations that piss me off. I agree with you. And the gas station is the worst. Going to Speedway is so bad. People touch that door left and right, and they don't wear a mask. They're in and out. And you know how many people walk through that line, and the line crosses you across your face. I don't even go in a gas station. That's probably one of the most dangerous places on earth. And they just stand right next to you. Exactly. Like, what are you thinking, bro? Hey, man, thanks, King Brocula. Love you too, brother. And so that's the thing, man. I mean, I got to take some headache medicine right now. So just give me a second because my head's starting to hurt. Hold on. I got so many bottles here, I don't even know which bottle to open. That's what's crazy about this shit, dude. I don't even know which bottles ask which one I'm supposed to take. See, that's what I'm saying. You got all these crazy ass names on these bottles, and I'm like, okay, no, I don't know. I got 12 bottles here, man. Look at all this medication I have. I can't show you my name on all this, but this is incredible, dude. Here it is. So I got to take these 2 pills right now. Burning up. See, man, this is what I'm talking about. You don't know COVID sends you through all these crazy ass heated emotions. See, look, listen to all this. That's all my pills. So, it's crazy. It's crazy, man. So anyways, people don't realize that your clothes get contaminated as well when you go outside. I always turn my clothes inside out when I come home. It was nice El Presador uploaded a video for you. Yeah, that's nice. I don't held no ill will towards people. God bless anybody. God bless you. I know sometimes some people like to make funny jokes about you on your deathbed, and that kind of hurt my feelings. And they'll probably make fun of this right now again. Whatever. Good for them. But I still love you guys. I never crossed that line, and I never wished death on nobody. I just want to let you know that, and that kind of hurt my feelings. You know. I had COVID in August. It sucked. But now I know people had it worse, or even losing their life. My fiance had it with me. It was brutal. I probably have COVID and didn't know it. Well, the thing is, you got to get tested, because here's the thing: if you don't get tested for COVID, then how do you know how to treat yourself? Because you could be having lung damage right now. You could be having, like you said, Scarface. He had kidney failure. How do you know that you're not, like, if you don't do preventative maintenance on your body and you just think it's a flu and it's going away, it's not. COVID-19 is some is deadly. I don't wish it on my worst enemy. I do not. Like I said, I mean, I could sit here and complain about some people, but I mean, whatever, dude. God bless them. I have no ill will towards nobody. It's gonna be a while for COVID to go away. I know, if you're sitting, I'm just letting you know, this is just repeating myself. If you lost a loved one, I'm very sorry you lost a loved one to COVID. I don't understand that, but because I didn't die, thank God. But my neighbor died. My neighbor died from COVID. They took him in away. He had a cardiac arrest and died. He had COVID and he waited too long, and he had cardiac arrest and he died. Called his wife. She's like, yeah, I'm freezing. And then like 10 minutes later, he's gone. My neighbor. I mean, dude is about as young as me or a little bit younger. Died of a heart attack. COVID-19. Then the guy in the hospital came in the same time as me in the ER. He didn't make it. So I don't know why God picked me or why my genes are better. I'm just thankful. I really am. Yeah, do not be too scared to go to the hospital. That's important. You need to go. Go to the hospital. It's the sad part is that people are so overworked in the hospital. I mean, I see the ladies, they have this like helmet on, and it's got like a visqueen that goes around their face, and they wear it so much that there's red lines, and I see, and they're like, it's so hot in here. I feel so bad for them. Yeah, I mean, I'm listening to you, Ricky, man. Yeah, dude. You know, how do I turn slow mode off? I'll get that. I didn't, I maybe I did. I regret it now. Maybe I should have washed my hands some more. I mean, I wore a mask religiously, but towards the last September or towards the end of the month, I just didn't wash my hands as much. I didn't clean my pins. I didn't clean my phone. Because see, I have like contracts on my phone, and people would sign with their finger, and I would just like, whatever. And then, you put the phone up to your face. That was probably how I got it, because I didn't clean my phone. And I let them touch my pins, and towards the end, I probably didn't care. I should have cared more. But probably what happened. I don't know where I got it from. I'm just assuming that, I could have got it from Taco Bell. Who knows? I don't eat at Taco Bell. I'm just saying, I did order DoorDash. I started getting lazy because I was working so many hours. And then I would be like, just have food delivered, and then sit there and just eat it and not wash my hands. Who knows where I got it from? Could have touched a gas station, gas pump, pumped my gas in my car. Could have touched the ATM to get money out of the ATM. I don't know where it came from. People don't realize the long-term effects. People who get it may have issues in the future, long COVID, and that's absolutely right. Are you cooking your own food from now on? Yes, I am. I don't do DoorDash, but I will consider when wanting fast food. And that's the thing. You got to sit there and you ponder that thought. And you sit there and you go, they have a semi-line of making that food. Slap the burger on, touch this. And, I hate to say certain things. I don't even know how to put it. I don't even know how to put it without offending. I don't want to offend nobody. But, yeah, I'm just not going to say it. I just don't know how to say it. But being in the fast food service, in my opinion, most of the people with those type of jobs are in the category of the highest COVID ratio in our country. So you got to say to yourself, if you do any type of mathematical statistics and think about that, where does that put you? Where is that putting you at? Understand, not everybody's rich. They can't eat. You got to eat cheap. But think about where you're putting your life on the line. I think China should have reparations. They did us wrong. Yeah, supermarkets. When COVID first started, I used to wipe down everything when I brought it back from the grocery store. Anything I touched, I wiped it down with Clorox. I don't even do that anymore. So, but I'm just here. Like, if anybody has any, need any support or any help, let me know. Thank you for anybody who donated. Appreciate you. I think somebody donated on PayPal. Thank you so much. I do appreciate it. I guess I can use that money for, food. Appreciate you. Appreciate your donations, man. Family. I did apply for unemployment, so, it's only like $362 a week, but whatever. I didn't get it. I didn't get no unemployment, but I did apply for it. So, yeah, lots of fruits and vegetables, fresh. You do have a good point. I just want you to guys be safe out there. If you're dealing with a person, if you're dealing with somebody that's sick, and I know you can't see them, all you can do is pray for them. Just sit there and pray and say, man, and the most important thing is getting groups of people to pray together. So you want to get groups of people to pray, and that way you can help them out. That's important. I think group prayer is the best. Because I know they won't let you in the hospital. If somebody's got COVID, you can't see your loved ones. They're sick. They're on a ventilator. You can't even talk to them on the phone. And that's the only option you have. Hold on a second. Get away. Turn that off. Turn it off. Kids coming by the door, trying to get sick and stuff. I have canned food for years to come. On a lighter note, Fist, are you getting a PS5 or Xbox X Series X? To be honest with you, I gave away my PS4 Pro and my Xbox X today to my kids. Well, I didn't give away my PS4 Pro. I lied about that. But I did give away my Xbox X. you know what? I don't think there's no good games really. I mean, how could you justify buying? I mean, it's all hype. I mean, people go, what about Cyberpunk? I mean, I don't know. I haven't really. Is it going to have a good multiplayer? I'm a multiplayer guy. So if it's not a good multiplayer, I'm probably not going to play it. Let's be real. Let them borrow it. Do you think you have some immunity from the virus now, or are you taking no chances? Here's the thing. When you go to the ICU and you almost lose your life, and you realize how lax you were. I mean, I wore a mask every single place I went, but I still got it. And they say like you have some type of immunity, but I hear stories about people who get it again, and one, either you're going to die or you're going to damage yourself even more. I don't know, man. I just don't understand these rallies with people not wearing masks. This is like, I don't understand that. I'm watching it right now and I'm just like, I don't understand how to interpret that. You know, it's very confusing to me. I think like before I was like, so what? They're not wearing masks, you know, they're at their little rallies and stuff like that and da 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 da. But now I'm like, after being in the hospital, almost dying, and realizing that every one of these people are taking a chance on their life and they just don't care, or it didn't happen to them. It's almost like saying, hey, I didn't get shot in a drive-by, or I didn't get T-boned and killed and lose my legs or whatever, you know. So I just can't believe this. You know, and I'm torn because, you know, I mean, I'm torn in that. I'm torn because, you know, I don't know. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to interpret that. I don't know how to interpret it now. When you got out of the hospital, how long did you have it bad for? I don't understand that question. Do you mean like the first time I went to the hospital, or you mean just now? Haven't dealt with it. Do you believe Trump actually had it? Well, I mean, he wouldn't go to Walter Reed Hospital if he didn't have. But the thing is that they give him $100,000 stem cell antidote. Not everybody's going to get a $100,000 stem cell antidote. I mean, he's the president of the United States. They're going to protect the number one asset. I mean, that's not fair to everybody. I mean, I thought about that when I was about to die. I was like, you know what? I mean, if I was a person that was with COVID and the president got saved from COVID-19, I would drive my ass all the way to Maryland, Bethesda Hospital, and be like, take care of my ass. You know, that's how kind of I feel about it. You know, I mean, I see some people, they're wearing masks at the rally, but you know, I think people get reinfected, they get hit with a different strain or lose immunity. And I agree with you. You can get a different strain. You know, you can get a different strain, and so I mean, all it is right now is a bunch of rhetoric before November 3rd. 56 million people have already voted. I don't know what's going to happen. I can't tell you either way, which way it's going to go. But, you know, for me and my business, I mean, I'm kind of nervous because I do home improvements. And so if the economy tanks, you know, I'm going to have to shift gears. You know, I can do other things, but people are not going to have money to be fixing up their houses. So that means my income's going to go down. And so I worry about that. So, you know, it's kind of like, you know, being a business owner or independent contractor, and, you know, you worry about stuff like that because, you know, you don't want to be in a situation where people don't have money to do work, you know, and it's all like, you know, that's the scary part. You know, because I don't know what's going to happen after November 3rd. I mean, who knows what's going to happen? Yeah, it boggles my mind. I mean, I saw a video. I saw a video of a person spitting on another person on a bus without a mask. I could not believe that lady did that. That lady in Vancouver, British Columbia or something, she spit on some other dude who, that should be a crime. You spit on somebody, that should be a crime. You spit on someone's face during COVID-19? Oh my goodness, man. Why would you do that? So like I said, I know it's rough out there. I know it's rough out there. You guys just need to be careful. Be very, 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 very careful. I love you. Be very careful. I mean, I love you guys, man. I'm telling you, man. Here's the thing. We all die. We're going to see each other. We're no different. Trump's no different from me putting on my pants. We all come from the same place. We're all sentient beings with consciousnesses. We're going to see each other again. Whether I don't know you in person, I'll see you on the crossroads. It's all good. So, Fist, not saying work for free, but take what comes work-wise. I work on the railway in the UK, and as soon as we will have redundancies, I'm not proud. I will shovel shit to put food on the table. Man, I agree with you, dude. You gotta support your family. You got to do what you got to do for your family. I live in South with all the Billy Bob six packs. The amount of uneducated is scary. Well, yeah, I don't want to label nobody. If somebody spits on me, I have to open a can of whoop ass. Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. People are so uptight these days. They're shooting at each other in the streets, not shooting. I mean, like road rage. People are just pulling out guns. That's even more scary. Like, somebody gets mad because they can't get in front of you. Damn. It's not that bad, dude. Ain't nothing worth shooting somebody over. I don't know, why would you get so mad and you want to shoot somebody? That's terrible. So much anger. That's the one thing I've learned. I learned patience from my father-in-law, and then I learned a valuable lesson from I've learned a valuable lesson living through this. I'm totally humbled now, man. I'm totally thankful. I mean, if I have time to give, I'm going to give it, and that's why I'm here right now doing this COVID-19 support group talk on this, giving back to you guys. I got to do it. That's the right thing to do. And I don't know about my vote, though. I don't know what I'm going to vote. I was leaning one way, but then after I got sick, I'm kind of I don't know. I'm still 50-50 right now. I'm kind of angry right now. I'm kind of angry. I'm kind of depressed, kind of have anxiety, kind of upset, and it just kind of makes me mad because this all could have been avoided. I mean, not instantly avoided, but a lot more avoided than it's a lot more avoided because if you look at Seoul, Korea, Japan, a lot of these other places, they don't have 200,000 people that died. I could have been one of those dead people. And why would I get my life cut short for what? Man, that's just not fair. So, in that sense, I'm feeling jaded. In the other sense, being a business owner and I don't want to lose my income. So I'm stuck. Where do you vote? Where do you vote now? I'm in Michigan. What do I do? You vote for Biden, nobody might not have money to buy home improvements. I vote for Trump. He don't care about, like, he don't care about, like, having people wear mandatory masks. Like, what does that tell you about that guy? I mean, like, I don't know what to do. I don't know who to vote for. And I'm looking at these rallies and people are just all without their masks. I don't want to be a Trump hater and I want to be a Biden hater and I don't want to talk about politics, but stuck in the middle. I'm that small business guy, So, and I was feeling excited about one way, and then after I got sick, now I'm like, oh shit, well, like reality hit me. Yeah, China should there should be some retribution, man. I'm not retribution. What do you call that? They should pay. Anybody who got COVID-19, they should pay. It's not my fault. It's not even like some kind of like, it's not even a flu. It's a genetically engineered biological warfare virus. I understand. Look, I understand the president can't stop it. I don't care if Biden was in it. He can't stop it either. But I don't know what to do about it. Yeah, I just try to stay out of politics. It's just in my face right now, and I'm just sorry, guys. I know you guys don't want to hear about it. It's just depressing. So depressing. I'm sorry, guys. I know I'm supposed to be here to support you, but it's the feelings that I'm going through right now, and I don't know what to do about it. And I'm just putting it on you guys. It's a drag. So, but anyways, so on a brighter note, man, look, I survived. I'm happy. Like I'm alive. I only got to stay in my room. What is this? Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, 3 more days. Go see my doctor, get my oxygen back. Man, I cannot wait until I can run again, ride a bike. I'll be so thankful. I was watching Elite Gamer, whatever it is. He was rollerblading in Buffalo. Hair was blowing in the wind. He was like, "It's so good to be outside in nature." And I'm like, "You're so lucky, dude. You're so lucky you get to breathe." Like, it hurts for me to breathe in. Like, I can't breathe in all the way. Like, it's like, ouch. It's so awesome that you can breathe. Dude, if you can breathe, be thankful. Take a deep breath. Be thankful. Breathing is amazing. Don't smoke cigarettes. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know, man. Maybe that's their plan, bro. I hope I'm dead before that happens. I mean, like, I don't want to be in a world where China runs things. That's for sure. I'll bail out. Who wants to be around for that? That's terrible, dude. Yep. But hey, man, just remember, if you're sick with COVID, you don't have to have a temperature. The main reasons why I got sick is because the main things that I was feeling was chills, diarrhea. I couldn't catch my breath. If you can't catch your breath, go buy yourself a pulse oximeter. Check your oxygen. If it drops below like 90, you probably need to go to the ER. You're not always going to have a temperature. You're not always going to have a cough. It's important that you go to the emergency room, get a real test that's done in an hour that goes back to your pharynx so they can swab in the back, not just the nose thing. That does not work. You'll get a negative test on that. They need to go all the way back in your esophagus and you swipe it. It comes back in an hour. You either got COVID or you don't. Don't go in those stupid lines that take hours to get a test and they just swab your nose and they tell you you're negative and you're still sick. Every day counts that you are putting your life on the line. I mean, if an emergency room is going to turn you away or tell you to go home and you think you're still sick, go to a different hospital. I don't care how far you have to drive. Just go. You know, don't mess around, man. Don't mess around with your life. So anyways, I think I'm about to go eat dinner or have some food. I'm starving. Yeah, it's 5 o'clock. I just wanted to come by and give you my support. I'll come back, if I have anxiety or start having freak out depression or something like that, with this, because this COVID's got me nuts. So I'll come back and stream later and see if I can help you guys out. So I appreciate you guys stopping by the stream. I hope this video helps anybody. And, I'm just trying to give back. That's all I'm trying to do. Just trying to give back my advice, what I went through. And if it can help you, I'm glad it can help you. I love you guys. I mean, I love you guys as Jesus loves you. Because you guys we are all from the same place. We're all the same souls. So one day we will be together. I don't know what that means, but I guess that's right. I mean, that's a little extreme, but I'm just saying that, like, we're all from the same branch, and I appreciate everybody who prayed for me and donated and cared about me. I appreciate all of you. I love everybody who prayed for me. I love you. Thank you so much for caring about me. You didn't have to do it. And God bless you if you did. Thank you. God bless you if they didn't, because may prayers be on you. All right, man. Peace. I'm out. It's your boy Fist.